Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode on my vanilla Minecraft server, which right now, if you've actually had gone in and seen every episode of mine, looks a little funny right now because we're actually at the ocean monument that I've been working on for, I don't know, 200 hours or so. I actually started off, I was just making some stairs down from the portal so it's not a sudden drop down at this level. I did some testing, and this level is actually perfect for AFKing and getting maximum number of guardians. And then I started decorating a little bit and kind of got a little carried away. Actually, back here, the reason why the roof is shaped the way it is originally the way the redstone is. In order to get a proper item sorter in, I had to turn it around backwards because otherwise I would be cutting into the item elevator and the item elevator won't elevate properly. And then I got carried away. I don't actually have enough resources here to complete the project right now, but I thought I would show you a little bit of what we got going on. Basically, it's just the impulse says to be overflow protected item sorting. And I've got them in little segments, not because I'm dividing up the drops in any particular segment. Although, what I was thinking we could probably do is just like have chests through all of them. And we're going to be using ice, packed ice, and water, which is I have no idea what chest it's in. Over here. Yeah, for that. I got carried away. This is just the inside of this place. I'm actually fairly satisfied with this, to be honest. And earlier in the day, before I started all my recording for the week or for the next couple of days, I did get some final bits of redstone put in. I was thinking that since this is the inside, at some point we're going to want some access to the outside, so I just put in a little door there. This lever turns on the item elevators, and this turns on the farm itself. But before we do any button pushing or lever flipping, let's jump in. Because in between episodes, I have also completed all of the item collection system. The item elevators themselves aren't finished, just some of them are. And that's mostly because we're not keeping up on the glass usage. But yeah, it's the newer item elevator you can do using dispensers pointed up through glass. Either dispensers or droppers. In this case, I went with dispensers just because after that part, I had leftovers. This is all slabs because it's just hoppers underneath. Due to the slow transfer rate of hoppers, to compensate for it, I've got them going into the dispenser. And from what I've seen so far in 1.11, this right here is actually the fastest way to power this. When you have this kind of a clock for some reason, I'm not sure what's going on, but instead of pulsing through a redstone repeater, it just turns it on. And it just stays on. So we've got the little clock, and then the observer actually powers it every pulse. And that can keep up with the hoppers. What I've been running into is the hopper transfer rate is too slow, and so that's also why I've got multiple hopper chains going into each dispenser, and that's also why we have 12 item elevators. And it's nighttime. Great. Well then, when you spend your time inside, you don't really necessarily notice such a thing. Let's wrap top first and take a quick little nap, and then I'll go ahead and throw some levers and push some buttons, and yeah. Then we can see this thing in action. Actually, I was thinking about, I don't think that's going to work very well. How could we do that? Well, I tend to prefer not to make cuts, but what the heck, we'll just throw the lever first and push the button, and then I'll make a cut and bring in my camera count after we go down and look at it with just right now. Alright, so throw our lever, which turns on all the item elevators which aren't actually attached to anything. And then we have our little button here. And I was thinking about switching that button out with a stone button just because. Obviously the floor is not staying netherrack, but... And it's raining guardians. Not going to be the most efficient while we're standing next to it. I found it rather interesting that up there at our little dropping platform for the sand is actually the best AFK spot. Anyways, let's go for a run back up the stairs real quick. I didn't make proper stairs. I don't know. I was actually thinking about going ahead and just tearing all of this out, since we don't technically need down there after we get all the elevators up. Yeah, I don't know yet. But anyways, I think I'm gonna cut here, and I'll bring you guys back in with the camera account. And I'll just leave my little camera account. Yeah, we're on the camera account, as you can see by my other guy AFK here. Yeah, it works better if you've got more than one account. But as you can see, it's raining guardians pretty heavily here. Today's forecast is guardians with lots and lots of prismarine. Woo, there goes the mouse thing again. But yeah, the longer I do this, the crazier this is gonna get. And it's like continuous too, is the thing. And I've gone through, and most of the caves outside the area are lit within spawning radius for where I'm AFK. But yeah, I was thinking that would be a good title for today's episode is Guardian Rain, because that's kind of what it is. And it's nighttime. Perfect. 1 second. That's better. Go get my camera account. Night vision. I found working on this project, night vision is extremely useful. And of course, for the item collection system, I've got it split between two sides. It's just stacks and stacks and stacks of this stuff. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go on to the next part of the episode here. I will get back on my main account, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, back on the main account. Anyways, let's turn things off here. I find it best to just let the item elevator run for a bit. We're probably going to run into an issue where we don't have enough inventory space for all this stuff. Just look at this. One elevator and we got stacks. Oh yeah, we've been getting a little ink too here and Not quite a full stack of seed lanterns yet. Okay, we're good. We got a full stack of seed lanterns. This is crazy. We're gonna have to make more than one trip here. I was gonna show you this guy something else, but I think we're gonna be collecting items here for a minute. Or 10. But yeah, that's actually why there's 12 item elevators. And not just one. Because in the download for Season 3 of Hermitcraft, I went to Hypno's base and I've tried it out, and the one item elevator, well, the item elevator itself is fine. The hoppers get backlogged so badly. Alright, let's put everything away. We're gonna need another chest through all this. Remember, in total, I've run this thing for less than 5 minutes. And that's a full double chest. And I've used some of it. This is crazy. While building up the item elevators from underwater, I did discover that if you empty your bucket and then fill it right at your head level, you can actually give yourself air. I'm pretty sure people already knew that, but I discovered that for me. This is totally nuts. And you know, this isn't even all of it, because there's stuff at the top of these elevators too. All the way up at the top. And there's a lot of it up there. I think we can turn the item elevator off now. Yeah, I guess that spot doesn't have to have say in there. Oops. My bad. But especially now that the hardest parts of this project are done, it's just tedious now getting all this set up, because we don't necessarily have the resources for all of it. I mean, jeez. 2 double chests full of stuff, and this is just crazy. And I know why people do these farms. And there's more. Some here. Some here. There's 2 more. I was planning on using the whole cobblestone walls and ice paths trick, where you use cakes or ender chest or something and get it all running right along the edge. It's the mending pick. Unfortunately, working on this project is really eating through all my tools and stuff. So yeah, that's a thing. On the plus side, since being on this new server, I've not had issues with ghost blocks. I have, however, had all kinds of issues with rubber banding, and I was standing on some path blocks because I was doing something off the computer, and I got kicked for hovering in place for too long, and it was weird. On the plus side, we got plenty of materials for the item sorter. Anyhow, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this episode off here. And if you enjoyed looking at what I've done so far, then do hit that like button. And if you really enjoyed it, then do be sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.